I've got a question for you, and the answer is quite terrifying. You've sat through classes all day at school, learning everything from math to science to language arts. Finally, the final bell rings and school lets out. After 1 hour, how much information does the average student remember of what they learned that day? Give up? It's 50%.
50%.
It's true. Just 1 hour after class, you've already lost half of all that lovely new knowledge you just learned. That's scary. What can we do that will help us remember more?
Take a 31-day course on boosting your memory to superhuman levels.
No, that will take too long.
Asking your teacher to repeat everything?
Ugh, no, that won't go over well at all.
Record the class and listen to it later?
No, that's not efficient, and let's be real, we're not re-listening. What about taking notes? Yes! Whether you're a memo master or a note-taking novice, these tips will help you organize information quickly and efficiently during class and help you remember more later. In other words, you'll be a note-taking pro. First, let's take a look at some popular note-taking styles and the pros and cons of each. The outline method. Outlining involves listing the main idea with subcategories or facts underneath and indented. General info begins at the left, and the more specific info is indented to the right. Pros. It's easy to skim and review and keeps things nicely organized. Cons. This can be difficult when the instructor talks fast and may require more rewriting later. The Cornell method. This one's named after the Ivy League school where it was invented. In this method, you'll divide notes into 3 columns: questions, note-taking, and summary. Write questions for your review later in the left column. Take notes in outline format in the right column. And at the end of the lecture, take a few minutes to do a summary at the bottom. Pros. This method is very organized and makes for easy reviewing and quizzing yourself. And it makes a study guide as you go, which saves you time in organizing and finding info later when you're studying. Cons. This requires more thinking and work right away, and there's limited space for note-taking. The collaborative method. This is when several students work at the same time in one document, with each person responsible for different parts of the lecture. Pros. This is great for instructors who talk fast and for copying down complicated and detailed concepts. Cons. This also means you have to rely on others, and there might be inconsistency in the styling. It also requires good organization before the lecture even starts. The concept map method. This is when you write a main concept in the middle and draw lines and arrows related to specifics. You can use color coding and different shapes to show relationships. Pros. This is great for visual learners. It engages the senses, which can help you with remembering by giving you a visual layout instead of just a wall of words. Cons. It can be light on details and difficult to organize. Speaking of, whatever your note-taking style, mini drawings can help you capture information fast and in an easy-to-review format. Here are just a few ideas. The Venn diagram. This is when you're comparing 2 things, drawing 2 circles with characteristics of one on one side, characteristics of the other on the other side, and characteristics of both in the middle. Flow map. This is good for listing chronological events and sequencing, also in listing cause and effect. The T-chart. This is also good for comparing and contrasting 2 things, and also for listing cause and effects. concept map. This is similar to the concept map method, where you write the main idea in the middle and draw lines and arrows related to the specifics. The timeline. This is great for listing chronological items or another sequence of events. Top tips. Review your notes as soon as you can after class. That way, you can fill in gaps while the information is still fresh in your mind. Faster review equals more memory retention. Be aware of thoughtless recording, which means just writing down everything the teacher says. You're looking for main ideas and supporting details, not every single word. Use colored pens or highlighters to make important things stand out. Most importantly, do what works best for you. There's no right or wrong way to take notes, and the methods we've talked about don't have to be done perfectly. They're just ideas. The goal is to help you remember more and have an easy-to-navigate place to go when you need to review. Print out the information sheet next to this video for a review of the methods and concept drawings we talked about today. Visit our school help centers at any of our 23 branches for help with schoolwork, note-taking tips, and skills practice. And don't forget to check out this page monthly for new how-tos, book talks, and more. See you next time!
Thank you.